Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today I want to go over the Forsaken Tunnels dungeon, the one in presearing, and how to solo it. So as you can see here, I'm a level 20 LE Ranger, and we're just going to go ahead and play through this and talk about what we're doing and how we like to approach it. I'm going to go over my items here: Survivor's Vitae, Survivor's Vitae, Survivor's Vitae. This one is just a Vitae. We are going to be using our pet pretty frequently to hold aggro for us. In this case, we're going to use it just to hold aggro so that we can run by this group. And then once we're past it just a little bit, we could pull back the pet. And if the pet gets stuck, it's no big deal. These guys are all level 3 and 6. These guys knock you down, the fighters. So we're going to keep that in mind. You can see the pet's getting rather messed up. But we're waiting for these char to get off of us. And once they drop aggro, we're going to clean up this area a little bit. There we go. So we're just going to clean out this space so that we have room to work. Otherwise, you're carrying aggro with you the entire dungeon, and really just not how I like to play. So just, these guys take no time at all. These guys are level 1. Flares kill them in one shot. Okay, so we're situated again. We have to run by this other high-level group of char, so I want my pet to be healed up. I want to heal up. I guess I should go over the attributes. Got a 12 in fire magic, 10 in wilderness, 4 in beast mastery, 1 in energy storage, and I just threw the extra 1 in marksman because I only had 1 point. So we're going to cast troll unguent. We're going to send the pet in, and then we're going to take the further route. Yep, they stuck. 2 healers here. Healers aren't that great once you're past level 17. These guys typically don't come down here. They are typically up there. We're going to avoid aggroing them. The Oak-Heart aggroed it. And we've still got aggro of the other char behind us, right? So we just want to drop them off. Here we go. Still got one chasing us. There we go. So we're just going to clear out this area real quick because we will be fighting in this area. And a little trick I like to do is if you walk normally, you're faster than these shard elementals. And so you actually drop aggro off them if you walk just normal auto run forward. So you want to go ahead and avoid that. But they're pretty easy to kill. They don't do too much damage. 1 firestorm, just heal up while they're hitting you. Easy peasy. We're going to be ignoring this group, but we do have to fight this other group. They run into each other, so if you're quick enough and your cooldowns are right, you might have the opportunity to spike down one of the... I'm going to aim for the healer, because then any damage I dish out is permanent, which I like. The Blade Lords have Frenzy, which makes them pretty easy to kill. I'm going to eat some of this damage, but I think we'll be fine. We can LOS over here. It's a great LOS spot. Just going to heal up a bit. And we got really lucky with this one. The spawn can be a bit random. Sometimes you have the stalkers, which are not only tanky, because we're doing fire damage and they're rangers, and they have troll unguent, but they also dish out a lot of damage. So for this group over here, I actually see that the boss is at a great spot. I wish I could aggro him at this very moment, but alas, we need to kill these shards first. Again, if you just walk normally, whether it's towards them or away from them, they won't aggro onto you because you are just too fast for them. And once they settle on your pet, you can easily just easily kill them. So yeah, in that instance, we're using the fact that we're faster than them to our advantage by letting them settle on our pet. You have these pair of 8-level char hunters, very easy to kill. Should take 3 flares. Now, I would like to avoid fighting any of these char. They're all level 18. You've got some shard elementals over to your left. Okay, so now we're in a decent... See, you're all at the mercy of the spawns, so it can be a little annoying. And sometimes when you aggro the boss, you aggro char with him, so that's also annoying. This boss is quite weak. We can have our pet take the aggro, we can take the aggro, but if you do a firestorm and you do your flare, you should kill him pretty easily without taking too much damage. We're going to cast a heal, and we're going to use our pet to go ahead and hold the aggro for us. We're going to send the pet that way, over in that direction, away from us. Go on, pet. I might have caught aggro there. I'm not sure. Let's run by the dungeon lock, tap, keep running. Okay. You can see that we just had backfire cast on us. That is because we are holding a caster weapon. Oh, I guess I never went over my weapons either. So, how long did that take? That took 5 minutes and 30 seconds. So we have this for our weapons. That shield is from Bandit Troubles, and that wand is from this dungeon. And then I keep a non-caster set for when I'm fighting Mesmers. Oh, and make sure you have the quest from Devona. For this area, we're going to be pulling back some groups here, so we want to go ahead and clear out this group. You'll notice I don't really use my pet for much of anything, at least not when killing out small groups, because just spamming flare and everything is... Even wanding. I mean, I wand for 56 because it's a max damage wand, which is really nice. We're going to have a low-level group of Char here. We're going to heal up before we attack them, and I see that there's 2 Blade Storms, so we're actually just going to run up to the Shaman, me and my pet, together. And I want my pet next to me so that it doesn't hold aggro, and we're just going to bomb them all together. And just heal up again. Not even move. Perfect. We have some low-level Grawl here that we're going to go ahead and grab because we probably need to kill at least one of these high-level char groups. Hopefully not both, but sometimes that does happen. There's going to be a high-level char group after these 2 groups around this corner up here, so it's really hard to run past them all. The char are actually faster than you are, the warriors. I'm not sure about all of them. Alright, so I'm wary about pulling this low-level group because that char was quite close, but looks like we're good now. We're going to go ahead and do that. Did we get a high-level group? We did get a high-level group. So let's pull our pet back. It's fine, we're actually aggroing. It should be 1 healer and 4 warriors, which it is. That group is always the same. Make sure you don't get stuck here. Terrain's a bit wonky. And they should be holding, yeah, right here at the base of these stairs. So we're just going to send our pet in to be within their leash range, and there we go. Let's bomb them. We're going to focus the blades first because the blades have frenzy and they die faster, and I just want to secure some kills just to kind of simplify the whole equation. So we're going to get 2 kills, and then we're actually just going to pull out. We're just going to say, you know what, we're good for now. The healers aren't that strong. They have Scorch Healing on my pet, so every time I heal my pet, I am taking damage. But we have pretty good healing ourselves, so we're just going to pull them back using Corpse Aggro. And we might even focus the Shaman this time. I want to come back a little bit further. There we go. I want to make sure that I myself am out of range of their leash range, which I am, and it looks like we might be able to snipe down the Shaman. We got him. Cool. And we're actually going to pull back again. I just want to... Oh, he might get stuck. He did not. Just want to recover some energy, recover some health on my pet. Alright, and they are together. Let's kill them. Ooh, okay, so I could tank this a little bit, but there's no need. If I back up a little bit, he should just break off me. There we go. That worked really well. I used Cyclone Axe, and I just dodged it by backing up. Looks like that Shaman Lord is attempting to heal this guy. See what's going on up there? Alright. That's kind of annoying that the Shaman's doing that because he might stick in this area. When we want to slip by like this, that's our path. This is a low-level group, so that's not a big deal. 2 Shamans, 2 Hunters. But we probably do need to kill this group in front of us. The low level. There's a group of 3, or 2 sometimes, I think. They shattered my enchantment, so worth knowing that a lot of enchantment removal. Now, these 2 groups are going to fight. We're going to have high-level Chars fighting low-level Oaks. Here, that is about to happen. If not, that's fine. We're going to send our pet in to be aggro. And then we're going to sneak by this way. Look at that, perfect. See how they all came down? Even if they run towards you, you could still typically slip past because they've got the oaks, they've got the pet. The pet's stuck, but that's not a problem. We'll come back and get him in just a minute. Wait for them to kind of settle off the pet. Okay, they broke up. Here comes the pet. Slipped right through them. It's fine that the pet's dead. Doesn't matter. We'll clear out this area a little bit before we drag the char into us. Okay, let's bring the pet. Okay, didn't pull any char with him. I always like to bring my melees to my long range if I can. He will knock me down. Probably will get ahead on this next attack. Yeah, there it is. Which is fine. I'm recovering energy anyways and stuff. So that should be the extent of the fighting. So I mean, we're just going to clear out a few low-level mobs here, but we're not going to fight any high-level mobs. So all we did was we fought, what? We fought 4 warriors that were high-level with the monk. And I think we were able to skip everything else that was high-level. There's going to be one more high-level group, but we're just going to use our pet tactics and just skip right through them. Probably be a little bit more efficient if we firestorm this instead. And we will want to heal up before the next part. The next part can be rather tricky. We'll be coming up to our... there's typically always a ranger in that next group. Oh, okay, we're obstructing each other. Cool. He's in the wall. Neat. We'll just ignore him then. Oh yeah, look at their positioning. They are right in the way. Typically, they're more in this area, and I can send the pet in. This one's going to be tricky, because keep in mind, I am moving slower as well, which certainly adds to the trickiness. I'm not going to wait for a good spawn, we're just going to go for it. And I'm hoping that mostly that the ranger... There's another ranger in the back. Look at how tanky the pet is, though. It's just killing it. So we're just going to keep an eye on that ranger. You can see what area they're facing on the minimap. See, he's facing me now. Oh, okay. Oh, it's because the pet broke, because I got too far. The pet can die for all I care. Cool, so we got through that big group, and minimal, actually no damage. See if they actually break. And I'm going to speed up here as soon as this auto activates, which it did. I dropped my bundle, got my movement speed back. Our pet's dead, but it did the job, and it'll auto-res with us on the 3rd floor. 3rd floor is going to take a lot longer. Last one, that took 7:30, so we've got 7:30 on the 2nd, 5:30 on the 1st. This one's going to take about 25 minutes. I typically clear out this trash, but I guess I don't need to. I think it was a strategy I'd been doing from the beginning, and I just kind of stuck with it. But it really shouldn't be necessary. So we're going to skip it this time. Hope it doesn't come back to bite us. It shouldn't, because we're faster than them with our normal walking, so they just break off of us right away. Alright, so there's going to be a group of a couple low-level ones, low-level Grawl right here. Normally I kill them, but because I'm trying to show a quicker run, we're going to not do that. So we're just going to run by them. And normally I'd send my pet into this group, but it looks like I could just sneak by them. So we got really lucky on our spawns here. If you need to kill this group and you need to set your pet in over there and you need to run by here, you may do that. If you do have to do that, the char will break off of you at about the edge of this doorway. Let's see if we can get all these guys together real quick. We absolutely can. Walking backwards to hold their aggro. And we'll just firestorm them. And then we got a bunch of low-level Grawl. We're going to be killing 2 different groups of high-level char on this floor. And then a 3rd one, actually. So we've got our work cut out for us. Is it possible to run by this part? Yeah. You probably could run past one group, not both for sure. The problem is they don't break, and you're aggroing a group like almost at the edge of their leash range. So you're just taking on so much. And because our strategy of running by them involves basically sending our pet in, it's hard to go from one group to the next. without our pet, because our pet's all the way back at the first group. I think the composition of one of these groups changes, but the other group does not. It's going to be another 4 warrior, 1 monk get up. So here we have a Stalker Lord. You really want to be careful for those. We actually have 2, which is not ideal. We've gotten pretty lucky on this run, but yeah, and the Shaman Lord back there. So we've been getting lucky. We didn't get lucky this time, though. Nope, okay, they broke off there. I think they will come further. Yeah, I was going to say, that doesn't seem right. They should go all the way up to this corner. Should be able to literally be on this corner right here. No? Okay, maybe I pulled them in a poor spot. Okay, we got a Blade Lord. That's great because they have Frenzy, which he should be popping any second now. I'm getting hit by the... Huh, he didn't use his Frenzy. Okay, that's fine. We got a kill. We're going to res our pet, do it over again. This one's going to be tricky because just the group composition. Fortunately, we can still aggro them. We need to be careful. There is a flame trap there. My pet just triggered. All right, we got the Axe Lord. Let's get the Axe Lord. Nope, I told the pet to attack, and he did not. The Shaman's pretty close, too. It would be great to hit the Shaman. But I'm worried if I do, I'm just going to run into trouble. I'd prefer to get the melee down, and I'll show you why in just a moment after I kill this last melee. Got him. Okay, we got our pet back up. Let's break aggro. Let them head back in the direction that they came from. Cool. So we're going to set up a line of sight block here. I see that there's a flame trap, which is a little annoying. Right here. This is LOS. Not for my pet, but that's fine. My pet can actually just die. Totally fine with that. So the Shamans are actually quite weak. For some reason, they made the higher level healers worse. The only self-heal they have is Horizon. Now, I didn't get a Howl skill recharge, which is too bad. I would have liked to have gotten one. That's why I'm specifically using this weapon, or you could use just a staff that you're not attuned to, that you're not don't meet the rec for, because they have House skill recharge 20%. So you don't need a fancy wand. You could just get a staff from the end chest that has it. And really, with 2 or 3 firestorms, you could take these guys out. I got a half skill recharge on that one, so might take a little bit longer, but because I'm fighting 2 stalkers with it, it just feels better this way. Wow, really? Okay, well, it seems that I have a one-way line of sight there. All right, so we're going to res my pet this time. There is one good thing about fighting these Stalker Lords, and the one good thing about them is that they have so many skills on their bar. They have Greater Conflag, they have Flame Trap, they have Ignite Arrows, they have Troll Unguent, all these long casting skills. So what I'm actually going to do is, while I'm recovering my energy, I'm not sure what my pet's doing. He's acting very odd. Okay, I told him to attack. I'm going to pull him back because there's Flame Traps there. Okay, so one of them is going to cast Greater Conflag, so I'm going to go ahead and there it is. Not a huge... It used to take longer to cast, but that's fine. But you can see how he went straight into casting that, into Troll Unguent, how he's just taking up all of his skills, right? He was casting Flame, Greater Conflag there, and it just took up all of his actions as well. So they're just spending a lot of actions doing nothing once you start actually pumping damage. So yes, they're worthy of being respected as a good damage dealer. But once you start pumping damage, it's just better to just keep pumping it. There is no healer up here, so typically I fight that group, but I'm just going to ignore it because I know how the Shamans like to heal. And this is always 4 warriors and 1 shaman. These are all Blade Lords, which is really, really good. The spawns that we're getting here are just incredible because the axes are harder to kill because they don't have Frenzy. They should stop chasing me. Is it this fire that they stopped chasing me at? Oof, am I body blocked? I'm not. Cool. Alright, let's see what damage we could do. I'm actually going to heal the pet instead of doing pumping single target damage because I just want the pet to stay alive to keep the guys there. Right in the firestorm. Great. And that just worked phenomenally, right? Don't care if the pet dies, actually. It may. It's not worth the energy to heal him right now. And he's not a DPS that I'm worried about. Okay. It also removed the scorch healing off of him. Alright, so the next area we've got some shard elementals. We're going to go ahead and take those out. And the reason for that is that we will be running by this area. I guess I could ignore them as well, but we don't need our firestorm in the next 20 seconds. So I'm just going to go ahead and use it here. And it gives me a chance to heal up, and I can heal the pet up. I mean, a little bookkeeping that needs to be done. Okay, so there's always an oak or an ironheart here, one of the trees, and there's a group of like four high-level chars over here. We're going to send our pet into the char, and we're going to heal up, and we're going to run. This is actually one of the more dangerous spots, but it looks like we don't have to aggro them. But if you do have to aggro them, just make sure you don't get stuck on the warrior, and you're always going to take the same pathing here. I know there's a lot of stuff, but you're always just going to run through here, go straight through these two pillars, get on the other side of them, and heal up. And the reason for that is because your biggest threat are those level 18 char. And what's over here is minuscule. I mean, look at the damage I take. 13, 9, 12, 20. This guy will knock me down, but nothing I can really do about it. Unless I kill him. Okay, I could just kill him, prevent the other guy from knocking me down. Stay on top of my healing, right? You see that it was just off cooldown. And yeah, clean up all this stuff behind here. It's not really a big threat. You notice I'm really not using my Ore of Restoration because the crones will use Chillblains, poison themselves for 15 seconds, and then use their elite skill, Plague Signet, to send that poison onto me. So any enchantments are somewhat bait. The only time they are not bait is at the final boss, where we will be using Ore of Restoration. Even though it has, you know, it doesn't have the 8 points needed for +1 energy. That's fine. Okay. So we may be taking an intentional death here. The boss key is up in that room behind us. And to get there, you can use these stairs. We're already at this group, so I'm just going to go ahead and run in and try and kill them all with a firestorm. We'll heal up. Cool. Pet's healthy. I'm healthy. Full energy. So there is a res shrine over here, if you look at my mini-map. So if we die in this room, we literally res right outside of it. And when you die in this presearing dungeon, or you die in presearing at all, you do not take death penalty. So there really is no reason not to die, except that it's inconvenient. I really should have casted a... Yep. Should have casted my heal before I aggroed, but that's fine. The pet did take the aggro quite cleanly. And we got really lucky with the spawns. Again, 2 Mine Lords, 2 healers. We didn't have to deal with any Fire Lords. Their fireballs will hit you for over 150 damage. Like, I think it's 183. So if you don't need to eat the damage, you know, if you don't need to die, I guess it's better not to. Okay, final leg of the dungeon. Keep in mind how close this group is over here to the right. You could actually see that there is a Shaman Lord right here on the other side of the wall. So they will heal people on this side of the wall. So you just want to make sure that you're not dragging things too closely to the wall and letting them get healed from beyond the other side. I'll let these guys get on the bridge a little bit so that we could see them above us. We might be pulling a group back here. We most likely will, or we'll be making trips back here. So We just want to clear out our area so that we have a little bit of space to work in. Alright, so we'll kill this one shard elemental. Don't know if you'll need it, but if you are pulling groups out, this here is a great line of sight spot, hill. You can stand here, and they can't wand you, they can't, stalkers can't bow you. If you've cleaned out all the melee, that is a great spot to stand. Similar tactic to what we did earlier when we killed the 2 stalkers. So what we'd like to do here is pull a high-level char, ideally the healer. The healer is way over there, though. Let's see, if we hit the char, will we attract the healer? It seems we do not. Did we attract anybody? We did not. Well, that is unfortunate. We're going to clean up these basic char. I don't want to open the gate yet, but we could. We could open the gate. Let's try one more thing. I want to let him hit me. Will he run up here and hit me? Oh, that guy looked like he was moving, that Flame Lord. Ah, bummer. Okay, we're going to open the gate. We're not going to mess around with it too much. I guess I'm showing you that method. So this method is not bad. We're going to abuse their aggro leash and their pathing AI. Oh, okay. So because I attacked him through the wall, they are all wonky. Very screwed up aggro. That is line of sight, so that shouldn't hurt me. And then we will move into his vision because we're going to go ahead and flare him to death. So that worked great. That won't always happen. Yeah, I think they're coming to their senses now. But before they do, let's let our Firestorm recharge. Let's cast a heal in case we get attacked. And let's go ahead and maybe spike down the Shaman Lord. I think that would be excellent. Ah, he is coming to me. That's too bad. We're going to tank this for a little bit and hope that it's not too damaging. And we're going to send our pet back to us, and we're going to run through our pet, try and go ahead and snag that aggro onto him, which worked beautifully. Again, keep in mind there's healers over here and whatnot, so we don't want to get too ambitious. I'm actually going to run up to him before I cast the Firestorm, and the reason for this is that I want him to stay in it if the pet dies. Yeah. So we're pretty injured, but it looks like we might be able to sneak past the top of this. So we're going to attempt that. We don't really need a lot of energy right here, so we're just going to go ahead and spend it all. We just need to cast Troll Enjoyment. Alright, so let's see if we can slip by. If we can't slip by, it might be a death. Ooh, I'm getting stuck in there. Nope, couldn't slip by. This could be a death. Okay, I sent the pet forward. Problem is, I have a lot of char army. Okay, cool. Most of them pulled off. Great job, pet. I'm going to bring the pet back now. Alright, bit sketchy, but you don't want to have to fight your way through that room. It is just too much stuff that you could skip. Little sloppy on my part, but hey, we got through it, and we didn't die. Alright, so this room, here's the boss right in the middle there. We're going to go ahead and clean up all the trash in the room first. We kind of move about in the room a fair amount. I don't want to be in the middle of killing the boss and aggro onto a shard. I don't want it to screw with my pet's aggro, so my standard practice is to just go ahead and clear all of the shards. Takes a minute. I probably could have aggroed them better, but they were pretty split far apart. This one can be left. Okay, I'm going to stop moving. Okay, so you don't need to wait for energy regen because what we're going to be doing with the boss is we're going to hover over the heal button, we're going to attack the boss with a longbow, and then turn around and run away. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get him to use kinetic armor, which he just did. And you see a timer on the bottom of my screen. He just finished casting that at 40. He just finished casting that at 43. So add 12 seconds onto the 43, and that is 55. So he will be ready to be attacked at 55. That means his armor will have dropped back down to a normal amount, and we can attack him. So let's do that now. We're sending in the pet first, and then we're casting our stuff. Firestorm takes 2 seconds to cast, so if you kind of do them both at the same time, you should be pretty good. And you can see that we nailed it, right? No big deal. So the next part of this is we're going to send our pet in. He is going to collect the aggro force. We're going to keep moving. We're just auto-running, just so that they don't snap onto us. Give it a second, and then Firestorm. They should all stay there. And we need the keystone to get into the next room. Open up that door for us. All right, so we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to attack the boss from this angle. Run away. There's kinetic. It ended at 49, so at 01 we can attack him. He always stops kind of at the same spot if you attack him from there. I do like to cast Troll if I can. And I also like to cast Glyph, and then tell the pet to go in, and we drop Firestorm. And spam Flare. That's all you're doing. Pretty easy. Boss is quite simple. It can get a little complicated if you mistime things. If he aggro's on you instead of the pet, a few things can go wrong. All right, send the pet in. We'll keep moving. I was going to say, they should snap to the pet because the pet's not moving. That's fine. We can kill this one on our own. There's the keystone. Okay, so the killing the boss in the final step is a little bit harder because if you need to cast Glyph, you absolutely have to. Or you could switch to maybe a higher energy weapon. Yeah, that's probably just the better idea. So you can see I actually have 48 on that. So I think I'll just swap to that. But we're doing the same thing here. Actually, I got a little too close. We're going to bow him and then run. We're hoping for kinetic. There's kinetic. He could deep freeze there. That ends at 19. So that ended at 21. Keep in mind, every other spell refreshes it. So it's 12 seconds after the last spell was cast. So at 21 plus 12 is 33. So at 33, we send the pet in. We do Firestorm. Swirling Aura gives him regen, which is unfortunate, right? We don't want to see that. We definitely don't want to see kinetic armor come up if we can help it. That's why we want to go in right at time. Oh, and I did not cast my heal. Oh, I wonder if this is going to be a problem. So we got kinetic up, so I'm actually going to swap to my bow. And if you do power shot, it hits for 27. So we're going to see, I'm probably going to die here, actually. Yeah, that's too bad. That's too bad. I should have casted Troll Unguent, and I should have broken off after he casted Kinetic. It would have been a good run, too, at like 21 minutes. That is too bad. Well, I guess it's important to show what happens if you die. So maybe this is just a better presentation of the tutorial. And yeah, we're just going to run back. I'm interested if anybody has any ideas for how to make the build better. One thing that I can improve on is, you know, getting a fire magic +1 rune, putting it on this this headpiece. That would increase my damage output a little. That would be great. These attributes I think are fine. 10 wilderness gets me 8 regen on the troll, so I think that's worth it. But yeah, I definitely should have pulled off as soon as he was casting kinetic, and I saw that I couldn't kill him. You'll notice in the first kill of him and the second kill of him, he actually stops fighting at like 15%. Whereas in the last fight, you have to get him all the way down to 0. Alright, so we're going to play it risky again, because it worked last time. We are going to send our pet in, though. And then we're going to pull him off. I just don't want that to hit me, and that is the exact thing that is hitting me. For some reason, the ranger is still on me. There we go. Ranger's off me. But the pet is stuck, so that is not good. I don't think I can run past this group without the pet. All right, they're moving. I'm going to cast a heal on myself because I need to get ready to run. Ugh, that's unfortunate. The pet is back there. Maybe they break off me for the pet. Pet's still alive. You can see this is a ton of damage, though. Okay, I just squeezed by. The pet will die, but that's fine. Great. Awesome. Yeah, ideally, don't die. Ideally, don't die. Alright, so we're back in action. So we're going to be doing very similar stuff. We're going to attack him, allow for kinetic to cast. As soon as kinetic's over, this time I want to make sure I heal before I engage him. It's a shame that the aggro got pulled off of my pet and onto me. He was casting Shard Storm on me, did like 200 damage. He was wanting me for like 50. So it wasn't a great time. I'm going to click heal just to make sure my pet follows. Alright, no kinetic was cast. We have to re-go. We're going to re-go. Okay, I want to max bow distance. There we go. Hit him again. There's kinetic. Finishes casting at 27. Means it'll be done at 39. Okay, 39 just hit. Did I time that right? I feel like I didn't time that right. No, it's right. It's right. I got another, Is he hitting me with that Shard Storm? He is. That meanie. Alright, so he's dead. Great. Chest spawns over here. And that's the full run. Let's see what drop I got. I do have an ID kit. Excellent. What do we get? We got a Blood Magic Idol. Oh, verse piercing damage. That could be good running through the dungeon. So that's it, folks. That is the dungeon. Decent time. 24 minutes here. About 25 as I predicted. And yeah, with one death. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments. See you later.